Very cozy indeed. Very much love the nature of these old homes. The architecture freak in my brain loves it, but is also slightly afraid of like the roof being hay. Just hay. A little underpass. There's only like a few lights working here, so that's a bit creepy. And I'm having tinnitus, and my ear is ringing. In bad shape. I don't like that. I can feel my sides. I feel old. Wait. Oh. What are they doing here? They're getting things installed. I haven't been by here in a while, so that is new. A lot of new things going on around here. Remodeling of the old thing. The remodeling of the old school. It is an old school which was turned into like an after class thing where you can study different things after class. After school program kind of thing. Used to go here, so and there's these like very shady basements. Oh, what's it going on? That came out of it, so. There's like this old building up here which used to be like the building for the police. That big thing over there. Very like architectural thing. I like the architecture of it. It's old, it's big, I want to own it, but it's expensive. Yeah. As we can see here. That's the road sign. There's a lot of road work ahead, but that's usual in this town with these broken roads. Just the casual thing of the roads being fucked, as they've always been fucked. There's a pigeon. No, there's no pigeon. of like the tennis courts. There's a very lot of old buildings here, which are very like, I like the architecture of it, but they're very expensive. Very expensive indeed. I looked up the pricing, and one of these are usually like around 13 million Danish kroner, which is a lot, but like for this area, depending on who you ask, that is within the normal price range. Whoever says like 13 million is a normal price range might be just a little bit weird. Yeah. Homes are starting to become expensive in this area, I guess, but it doesn't really seem like the place where rich people live, even though 13 million is like a rich people price kinda. We have a lot of parks around here. We have a football field over here. A cozy football field and a park. And a lot of architecture. A lot of pretty homes. Hello, my darling, how are you doing today? It is very warm around here, but I'm deciding to take the walk to work instead of the bus because the bus is absolutely horrible to sit in. So I chose to take the walk. I hope you're doing well today, my darling. Because I am doing well, depending on who you ask, because I have bad cardio. I haven't walked in a while, so my sides are hurting. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's work day today, so... Hello, my darling, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm just out here walking to work because I'm bad. I haven't walked in a while. I need to walk more so I don't get pains in the sides when I walk. There's this new building up here, a bit of like a tall skyscraper up there in the background. It's called the World Trade Center. It gives bad vibes, kinda. It's one of those new taller buildings popping up in the distance. How many steps I have done? Too little. Yeah, walking in Danish nature, but like this is more like cityscape. Like this is like the capital area, so cityscape it is somewhat. I think on a normal day, because I'm pretty much out of shape, I walk like 2,000 steps, which is not good. I should be walking more. On a good day it's 2,000, on a bad day it's barely 100. of the stores are closed, so takeaway is not that expensive. And I usually bike places, and my step counter doesn't like to follow along with when I bike. Oh, there's a cat that's gone missing. Oh, a missing cat. Yeah, it's common these days that cats go missing because people have their cats outside here. Oh yeah, that's a long walk. We will never know probably, but this is an area where like there is a bit of highway out there, so possibly flat cat. Even though that's not a nice thought. Thank you. Did my makeup as the first thing in the morning. Though I didn't wake up in the morning. I was awake all night because I woke up at like 9 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, I'm starting to learn new things. I bought like a makeup palette that was on sale. I don't understand why it was so cheap, probably like a restaurant, but it was like only £5. Or the equivalent of £5, $5 approximately. Yeah, it was cheap and it had like 25 different colors, which there are 3 on my eyelids right now, 3 or 4 on my eyelids. I have to get used to the sharp lines. Yes, those are hard. Those we struggle with. I understand. Sharp lines are hard to get good. I need to find the path. The path. I think there is the path. Or is it further down? Probably. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Sometimes you get kind of confused with people, you know. There's a lot of people I've met in like the past few years, so remembering usernames is kind of like forgetful. And these days, mainly I technically only remember people by their usernames. Like, what is their actual name? We will never know. There's a lot of people that I know online, but like, we will never know their IRL names. Like, it's so hot in Scotland. I hope not. Because down here in Denmark, I'm sweating my butt crack off. I'm wearing bike shorts or yoga pants. Oh, like I shouldn't have. Yeah, remember that random little thing in that Airbnb that was way too expensive. Yeah. And the Nando's and all of that. Chaos. But I did have a feeling back then that when we all met up, we kind of would fall apart as like a friend group. No matter, like, that sounds kind of dark, but like, sometimes you just get a feeling, you know? Yep. Yep. And now we're out by the highway, so it's a bit loud. It is a shame. But it is expected with some people on the internet. I wonder where the cat went, because there is a very loud highway right here, right next to where the cat went missing. People drive insane here. And that's in the past. The drama, I think, is in the past. Yeah, that was a lot of weird things going on. There's always drama somehow. Yeah, we moved on. It is what it is. Yeah, we leave the drama to the past and deal with it in the past. And just ignore the drama. People should, like, realistically, I should probably ignore the drama of the past. But also realistically, I have OCD, so I get kind of obsessive over, like, past drama. They're getting older, that's good. Are they doing well? I hope they are. Me and my good old OCD being obsessed with things. I did notice lately that I found a new side of my OCD, which I realized first now at the age of 24 that I was my OCD and not just like this normal thing that everybody experiences. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. College. A good old college. That's great to hear. As a dropout myself, some people are at least succeeding at something. But we're not getting any younger. We're only getting older. So I'm starting to live by the, what we call it, kind of like a motto, or like, what are words? Take chances, you will fail along the way. Just take the chances, because like you will fail. Well, if you don't take the chances, you will never know. So that's why I'm starting to stream again, taking the chance of dipping my toes into it as a hobby. For now, because I am finally financially stable enough to do it. Though my health has been suffering for the past few years, still is. Just learned to deal with it. That sounds rough, dealing with it. There's the yellow car. You know the yellow car game where you hit somebody if you see a yellow car? There is currently a yellow car behind me. What I do for work now. How do we describe what I do for work? I'm a dominatrix. That's my day job now. Learning Danish. I do a lot of things for work. The work I'm walking to right now. But it also work that has made me become much more confident in myself. shown me who I am in a bit of a better way. I love it. It is great work. It gives a lot of freedom. Financial freedom, that is. What are you doing these days? What are you doing? Yeah. I'm happy to hear that, darling. I'm glad that you're doing well. It's been summer. Summer is great, but it's warm. I'm not used to this kind of Danish summer. It's getting hotter and hotter, and yeah, not good, not good. The climate is changing. I'm glad I chose this road. There's barely any traffic. It is like an industrial complex. There's barely ever any cars on the Saturday. Yeah, it's bad. And I forgot to take my hay fever medication, so I'm kind of sniffly. Kind of sniffly. Oh my lord. That is yeah, no, Scotland, no, just don't do that heat. That is not made for Scotland. Like, it's 22, 23 around here, and that's like, well, there's wind here currently, which is making it bearable. If the wind was not there, it would be the butt of Satan's butt crack, because it's like this very warm, moist weather. And I live in the capital. Oh no, it's not good to sweat so much. I wish better colder weather in Scotland. Yeah, I tend to sleep in the nude these days because weather. Too much. Weather is too much. It's out here where there's a lot of these medication firms. A lot of these big old buildings are making like expensive medication. Yes, you always sleep with your butt on 3 feet. 3 feet. Yeah, I know. I'm also a walking furnace. I've been complained to a lot by bed partners that I'm a fucking radiator to sleep next to. But it is what it is. Even though like I am a radiator when people sit next to me, I feel like I'm freezing. Like I'm cold as fuck. Feeling like I'm cold. beyond cold. But in reality, I'm a fucking radiator. The reality of things is that sometimes you can feel something, or multiple things at a time. My body is overheating, but within my soul it is cold. I don't have a cold soul, maybe I have, but I'm always feeling like I'm freezing for some fucking reason. No matter how hot it is sometimes when I go to bed because of the pain that I'm in, it's cold. Yeah. I haven't slept in a bed with people in a while. Lonely, I am so lonely. Lonely. Nah. What I do for work, I don't need to sleep in a bed with someone. Yeah. Oh, the report pods do not work. I will figure that out later. Which reward point are you trying to use? Or is it? Don't know if it's turned on. Yeah, I need a cuddle partner. Ah, yes. I have some water. We need to hydrate in this weather. I need a bed partner, yes. I need a cuddle partner. I could be daydreaming about anyone. Pansexual polyamorous glory. Not glory hole. Just pansexual polyamorous glory. I love people over the age of 25 preferably. I usually like fucking around and finding out and sometimes just fucking. Just walking with all my work clothes and shoes. I probably won't be like in a polycule for real for a while. I will just fuck around and find out. I'm not ready for relationships, I feel. I need to get treatment for my OCD before I get into any serious relationship. Fuck around and find out the drama, yes. We can fuck around and we can find out, and then eventually there will be drama because somebody got their fifis hurt. Sometimes I think people are much more aware of me than I am of them. So I found that new Instagram feature where you can see who is stalking your profile without actually following you. I found a person on that list whom a fun thing been stalking me for what, 8 years now. People are weird. Well, that was a fun discovery that she is still obsessed with me. At this point, it is sad. It is sad how obsessed she has become with me. And I'm just looking at her like, get a life. I'm not that interesting. Well, I hope I'm interesting, but you got what I'm saying. I shouldn't be that interesting that somebody would be willing to stalk me for 8 years. I just want to fuck around and find out and not take things too seriously. It's just a lot of medication firms and a lot of offices. Older people tend to have their shit together. So, in some regard. I do like silly people too, so age really doesn't matter, but preferred over 25. Around 23, 24 is fine, but that only counts for women and non-binary folks. For men, over 25. There's just a lot of men who grow up later in life. Both, preferably, but when it's just for fucking around and finding out it's something casual, it really doesn't matter to me. Like, well, I prefer. Realistically, I don't prefer a lot of things, but because I keep discovering new things about me and what I want. So, really depends. Really depends. I want somebody who either has a puppy energy. I want somebody who has puppy energy. Golden retriever energy, as we know it as. A person with that kind of energy, preferably. Or somebody who straight up asks me, like, do you want to hook up? Straightforward people who gives no fuck. People who are ready to fuck around, find out kind of thing. That's what I vibe with. What words do we vibe or do we vibe as with a piece of paper? Yeah. Do we shit together? Yeah. Bad at making jokes, I know. Just out here living life. Hell. As we do, being cheeky motherfuckers. I will take the chances that are in front of me, and if I fail, oh well. Whether that comes to relationships or work or hobbies, I'll just take the chances, because the worst that can happen is somebody saying no. I want somebody who is willing to say weird sounds. Yes. I want somebody who's not afraid of saying woof, 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 and barking at each other. I want some chili. I like somebody who can be like silly and also serious. I am a dog person because I'm allergic to cats. I'm much more of like a cat person. Like, if we were to identify myself with an animal, I'm probably more of a cat than a dog. But I'm a cat that is attracted to dogs, if you got what I mean. I'm a dog person, I like dogs. I also like cats, but I'm deeply fucking allergic to them. I want somebody I can put on a leash, preferably, yes. I have bought a leash, okay? Sue me. I have bought a name tag, sue me. Somebody said, you can buy me puppy ears. I did. And no, I'm buying a collar and a leash. And I'm still debating what's supposed to be on the name tag. On the back of the name tag. Like, I want it to be subtle, but not like, yeah, at least I'm prepared. And the thing I bought had already arrived today, much earlier than I thought it would. Like, the package said like it would arrive at like the end of the month, like in 10-20 days. And they arrived this morning. Now I need to repackage them and be a cheeky motherfucker. Like, do I ship them to the person? Or do I wait? Yeah, you gotta be prepared for such things. The fuckery, you're gonna be prepared for the tomfoolery. Are we prepared for the tomfoolery? Yes. Are you prepared to be silly with someone? Yes. Am I prepared to be the silly goose? Yes. I'm a silly goose. Silly goose. It is a Saturday in an industrial area, so people are not working. Very quiet. Just me and the birds. I'm afraid you'll have a goose. A loose goose who bites you. That's a bit silly, isn't it? Okay, that sounds way too British. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like I'm just turning into a Brit. Right after TwitchCon, when I got home and I tried to speak English to myself in the mirror, you know what? I was speaking British English. It was slightly chaotic and confusing. I've spoken way too many British that weekend. The Achy Court crew fucking infuriated my brain with all that British. Hey, darling, how you doing? I picked that up from Martin. Another streamer that I know just stuck to me like, yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna call you my darlings. I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal what you call his fans. My darlings, my darling. Yes, it sounds cartoonish, I know. I could also call you my potatoes, but that sounds weird because you're not Danish. Or are you? Potatoes are like only for the Danish peeps. Kartoflerne. Oh, darling, my sweet darling. It can be kind of odd sounding, yeah. With my audience, that wouldn't fare well. Yesterday, funny story. I was sitting and watching the television series from Korea, the K-drama called Goblin. And while I was watching this show, I was sobbing because it's sad, like both in a good and a bad way. And midway through the episode, I looked over because in the meantime I was watching somebody's stream on Twitch in the middle of the night. I look over and what do I see in the chat? The most, what I call, degenerate fucking question I have seen in a while. Like, I'm used to degenerate questions, you know? But I wasn't prepared for reading how big is his cock. Silly chat. Silly chat was very horny, very early in the morning, and I was like, he's sleeping. Why are you doing this? Like, seriously. Like, I'm used to like the degeneracy of chat and whatnot, but I was so flabbergasted that I started laughing while I was sobbing, and then my mind was like, isn't there like a female equivalent of Morningwood? And there is. So, medical fact, the female equivalent of Morningwood is morning dew, and yes, it sounds wet because it is. I just pull medical facts out of my ass when I feel like I infest the chat with medical facts. I've noticed that this chat just, they're gay. They're gay. They're gay. But like under this disguise of no homo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also only like a degenerate in private. Like, if something was like to if I were ever to ask somebody how long is your schlong, I do that in private. I wouldn't ask that of the public. I wouldn't. I would fear asking that in public. Maybe at a kink party and whatnot, but not in a Twitch chat. I think it's because men sometimes have less of a filter. I do also sometimes lack a filter, but at least I have the degenerate mindset of, let's keep that in private, shall we? But I was just flabbergasted, so wanted to share that. You're trying to be the potato. Or you're not trying to be the potato. Do you want to be a potato? Yeah, straightforward. Let's be straightforward in private, shall we? Mm. Yeah. That's good. Oh. I'm more than halfway there. Halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand and then whoa, whoa. Looks like somebody pulled out the bushes. Lighthouse Lax bush. Or a fence. More likely a fence. I think you all remember one of these. One of these that you can blow on. Nah. Shall we blow on this? Is this how many boyfriends and girlfriends I have left this year? So the stream is gonna last until I arrive. There's 4 left on it. Must not be the last of the season. There's a lot of them around here. And now there's one between my tits. Together with the hair. Fucking cramp. I just have to walk the cramp away. I have to walk it away. Yeah, got bounce. What does bounce even mean? Okay, quick question. When you say goodnight to someone and they say bounce, what does that mean? And I hope you have a fantastic day too, my darling. But I just gotta ask. There's a bit of language that I am not privy to. I did learn English on the internet, so I have tried Googling it, but as we know, Google isn't always a reliable source. A reliable source. Oh, it's just slang term for leaving. Yes, yes. Good, good. But what about bouncy? Is it like the same? Bouncy. I think it was bouncy. One word, bouncy. But sometimes this person gives words that make no sense. So I will chalk it up to a person who's very sleepy usually. Because I usually get like some type of messages that I have to decode at like 2 in the morning. Yeah, probably that. And can you tell me what the time is? No, it's not 13.